Cold Stone Creamery is among the greatest ice cream parlors to date. They are easily considered one of my favorite ice cream places to indulge, having over 1,000 locations across 5 different continents, and in 2021 they generated a whopping $406 million of revenue, which is not too shabby for some frozen milk. Why has this specific parlor of frozen delights risen above its competitors? Well, in today's video, we'll be jumping right into what exactly made them such a huge success. Like most companies and franchises, Cold Stone Creamery is no different. It all started with passion, drive, and a hunger for excellence that wasn't being met. Precisely the case in the 80s for Donald and Susan Sutherland, 2 avid ice cream lovers who had searched across the world for the perfect ice cream that was both smooth and creamy, as opposed to hard-packed or soft-serve. They continued the hunt, but soon realized that their needs would never be met. This is when they took matters into their own hands, and the birth of the first Cold Stone Creamery happened in 1988 in Tempe, Arizona. The ice cream was prestigious. What set their ice cream apart was all in the way it was made. Unlike the rest of the industry, their ice cream contained 14% milk fat, which was slightly higher than the industry average. They had also pumped in less air during the making of the ice cream, which slightly decreased the yield but greatly increased the taste. Unlike many other ice cream parlors, Cold Stone's ice cream is made fresh, each and every day in-house. They didn't stop there though. They needed to take it a step further. They wanted everyone to be able to enjoy ice cream the way they wanted to. So Cold Stone Creamery decided to introduce the idea of customers having their own dessert creations, as they called it, which essentially meant that customers could choose their own basic ice cream, sorbet, or yogurt and customize it to their liking by adding candy, fruits, nuts, syrups, and a whole variety of tasty ingredients, anything to make the experience unique to the customer. Once the customers had created their own dessert creation, the staff would then mix all these ingredients together on the iconic frozen granite slab that Cold Stone is known for. The art was flawless. Going to Cold Stone was never simply about getting an ice cream, eating it, and going home. It was about having an experience, reliving the good old days. The smell of freshly baked waffle cones, along with the welcoming staff, only served to further help sell this ice cream extravaganza for the customers. This had enticed people from all over the world to come and join in on the experience, or in other words, create their own happiness. Cold Stone had become such a big hit that a second location was opened in the Phoenix metropolitan area just 2 years later, along with 2 more stores in the next 5 years after that. In those next few years that the company was dominating the industry, they also happened to gain a few key players in order to accelerate sales and growth even further. Ken Burke would become CEO of the company in 1994, along with Doug Ducey, who would join as the president of the company in 1995. Doug played a major role in the business development and direction from then onward. Doug had one objective: expansion, which is precisely what he did. He took Cold Stone Creamery from zero to hero, from a regional ice cream parlor to a nationwide brand and household name in the ice cream business. He accomplished this by keeping franchising costs to a minimum. Each typical store footprint was approximately 1,100 square feet, and the initial startup cost to own your own Cold Stone would only run you around $300,000. That may sound like a lot to most of us, but for a seasoned investor, this meant that Cold Stone would be rather profitable for established franchise owners across the United States. In 5 years alone, Ducey not only managed to become CEO and president of Cold Stone Creamery, but he also managed to have over 100 locations in 16 different states. They didn't stop there. The success only continued its ascent further. Within the next 5 years, they managed to reach a whopping 1,000 locations. Their captivating reputation, in combination with the relatively low franchise fee and small store footprint, just kept on attracting investors to establish franchise stores of their own. At what seemed like the pinnacle of their success, more opportunity came. They took it in the form of merging with Kahala Brands, which is currently one of North America's biggest holding companies for franchise fast food restaurants. It didn't stop there. After all, there's always a bigger fish, and in this case, its name was MTY Food Group, one of Canada's largest franchisors. In 2016, MTY bought out Kahala Brands to broaden their influence into the American territories. Now, while becoming a part of MTY Food Group exponentially increased their monetary value, they had other strategies to add to their success. Co-branding. What is co-branding? It's when more than one company will use a shared space to operate both of their businesses under one roof. What this does is save a ton of money on real estate, but also increases sales by attracting customers of more than one company. Cold Stone isn't the only company to do it either. Think about companies like Starbucks and Spotify. or Taco Bell and Doritos. I'm sure you all love those Dorito Loco Tacos as much as I did, but back on track. Just when you thought a company couldn't get any bigger, the collaborations with huge brands and teams started rolling in. Some of their most famous collabs include partnering up with Jelly Belly to create a special bag of Cold Stone flavored jelly beans, partnering with the Colorado Avalanche hockey team in order to raise money for a community fund in which participants competed to create a new Hockey Road flavor. But more recently, they partnered up with Nintendo and have come out with far wilder ice cream flavors such as Island Getaway. Cold Stone Creamery is definitely a unique and wonderful story. It was started with a dream and a passion for ice cream and quality above all else. Unlike many other chains which value profit margins and expansion, Cold Stone still values their customers' taste buds, which is something I think we can all be thankful for. It's no surprise why they managed to stay in the ice cream game for as long as they have, and why they have been as successful as they have. Is Cold Stone Creamery your go-to? If not, what's your favorite ice cream parlor? Let us know in the comments down below. While you're at it, drop a like and remember to turn on those post notifications.